Hi everyone! So, funny story, but this is actually the third time that I filmed this video. That's never happened to me before, but I am determined to get it up on time, no matter how much drilling is going on or lack of internet. I think this time it's actually going to work. Before I get started, I just want to talk about the lipstick that I'm wearing, because I always get questions on what I'm wearing. Whenever I can, I'll try my best to link everything below. But today I'm wearing MAC Fast Play. I did back to MAC, where you take 6 empty MAC products back and get a free lipstick in return. And I love it. It's basically like a creamy version of Mare. So it's really, really nice. So today's video, as you can see, is going to be a Boots haul. And I haven't had time to just go into Boots and browse and shop for ages. And it's one of my favourite things to do. I love Boots. It's basically our huge drugstore here in the UK. And I went to the one in Westfield, White City, which is, I think, one of the best ones. It's huge. And I think this is actually done in 2 trips. There's quite a lot of stuff today. There's skincare and makeup. So I'll just kind of grab what's in the bag and go through it with you guys. Okay, so let's start with nails. And I recently had a huge clear out of my nail polish, so there's no excuse to buy new ones. I'm trying to do like an in-out system because I've just got one small drawer now for my nail polish. So I know that buying these 2 means I should probably find 2 to give to my friends, and I will try and do that. The first one I spotted there was from Essie, and I think this is part of their Autumn/Winter 2015 collection. It's called Colour Binge, I like that name. And it's like a really bright corally red. And I just thought this looks really nice. I haven't really got anything like it. A lot of my other ones are more, they're either red or they're orange, and this is kind of somewhere in between. And then when I was buying that, I saw that Essie's on a buy one, get one half price. So I thought I'd have a quick look and just see. And I kept picking this one up. It's Cocktail Bling. And I've had this before, but it's one of those nail polishes that went a bit funky and I had to throw it away like years ago. And that's what I'm wearing now on my nails. I love it. It's like somewhere in between a lilac and a grey. Grey can be quite hard to wear by itself, and lilac's a bit like little girly. So this is somewhere in between. I think it's really nice, especially for this time of year. And you guys know I love Essie. I also picked up a bit of skincare. There are a few brands from the drugstore that I really do like, and I always like to try some cheaper alternatives for you guys. One of the brands I really like is Super Facialist by Una Brennan. That always reminds me of that film Hitch. Isn't there a guy on it called like something Brenneman? Anyway, I always think of that when I look at this. This is her Probiotic Micellar Cleansing Water. I always like to try cleansing waters to try and find an alternative to Bioderma, which is still quite hard to find, and also I'm just kind of getting a bit bored of it. And I really like the packaging of this one. It comes with like a little squirty lid that's really easy to use. Squirt it onto your cotton pads. And it's quite good at removing makeup. I still think I'd use an eye makeup remover for my eyes, but I like to use this either when I'm feeling lazy in the evenings, or most mornings I like to use cleansing waters to just have like a quick cleanse. And yeah, I really like this one. I think I'm definitely going to finish it up. The next thing I got is again by Super Facialist by Una Brennan, and this is the Anti-Blemish Pore Purifying Clay Mask. Now, if I'm honest, I'm not sure if I've tried this before or not, but I'm pretty sure that the packaging's changed, which is why I might have got confused and picked it up again. But I try so much stuff, it's hard to remember. And I feel like with clay masks, I'm not that fussy about whether they're high-end or drugstore. But this one to me was more like the Origins clay mask. So although it feels great on the skin and I feel like it really does like draw out any impurities, it's quite hard to remove, and I feel like I really have to tug at my skin, whereas the Aesop Parsley Seed mask is really gentle and easy to remove. So that's the difference. I would say it's worth trying if you want to try a clay mask but you don't want to spend loads of money. It has got salicylic acid in it and a few other good ingredients. I just find it quite difficult to remove on my skin. Does it look like I have a hickey because I burnt myself on my straighteners this morning here? I've never done that before. Another drugstore skincare product that I picked up is from Boots Botanics, and I'm not that fussy when it comes to moisturisers. I really don't really care what brand it's from. I also feel like I get most of my hydration from my serums and oils, so moisturiser is just like a last step. But this one looked really good, so I picked it up. It's the Radiance Balm All Bright, and I liked it because it's kind of pinky colour, so I feel like that makes me feel like it's going to be quite radiant. And this is quite similar to the Oskia Get Up and Glow, I think it's called. It's not quite as pearly and glowy, but it's a really nice moisturiser. I've been using this every day for a week, and I really like it. I like how it's in small packaging. It's not sticky, it sinks into the skin, and yeah, I'm actually really surprised at how much I like this. The last skincare thing I got is again from Boots Botanics, and it's the Power of Plants Hydrating Eye Cream. I'm so lazy when it comes to eye cream. Because they don't give like instant results, I get so bored of using them. But recently, my like hooded eyes, which are just like genetic, everyone in my family has them, they're getting particularly bad. And I know that eye cream's not going to really help that much with them, but I just feel like I should remember to put eye cream kind of all the way around my eye. So I thought I would try another one, but you know, I don't think it's going to help with the hooded eye situation. This one's really nice though because it's creamy. I think I prefer that formula to the kind of gel formulas. The gel ones are nice when you have puffy eyes because they're quite refreshing, but the cream ones I really like for the evening. Okay, so then I picked up some makeup stuff, and the first thing I saw at the L'Oreal stand is the True Match foundation. It's changed packaging. And I didn't realise that it changed packaging, so I kind of looked for my shade. Actually, the first place I went didn't have it because I think vanilla is quite a commonly used shade. So the second place had it and I picked one up. I looked everywhere on the counter for information on whether the formula had changed or it had just been repackaged, and I found it really frustrating actually as a customer. I couldn't find out. There was no one working there at the stand at the time, and there was just no, it said like new L'Oreal True Match foundation, but it didn't say what was new about it. So for the sake of you guys, I emailed the PR to find out, but I did find it quite frustrating that as just a normal customer, I couldn't find out that information. But just in case you wanted to know, apparently this foundation has new pigments for an even more radiant complexion, oils for a perfect blend, and improved moisture replenishment for comfortable skin. And you can really tell the difference actually. I loved this foundation anyway, but it was slightly drying and cakey on me, and the oil and the kind of hydration moisture boost that they've put inside does make it so much easier to blend, and it feels way more hydrating on my dehydrated skin. I'm wearing it today. I really like it for filming, taking photos, for nights out. This one has SPF 17 in it, and I can't remember if the old one had SPF in it or not. I feel like it didn't, but it's still quite a low SPF, which means that you can still wear it in the evenings. Who uses flash photography anyway these days? I really like this, and there's loads of shades to pick from, which is great. The new packaging is really nice and like sleek, so I'm happy I picked that up. And I also picked up another foundation. I went to the Smashbox stand in Boots, wasn't expecting to find anything really, but there was like a new stand, and they had I think like 3 new base products, maybe like a BB cream, a CC cream, and this. I picked this one up because it looked the most interesting for my skin. It's the BB Water SPF 30 foundation. So I wasn't really sure what BB Water meant. Again, I haven't like got a press release or anything for this. It says shake well before using. Whoops, I did not do that. I really like this though. It comes in like a little bottle, really little bottle actually, it's cute, with like a pipette, and I like to put a bit on the back of my hand. I've applied this both with my hands and a brush, and they're kind of quite similar. It's a very light foundation. I feel like Anna would really like this. Anna, if you're watching, I think this is right up your street. One layer of this is like a really light, nice kind of BB cream finish, but without the kind of heavy creaminess of a BB cream, because it's like a water. It kind of just sinks into the skin. It is very light though. I wouldn't even say it's light to medium, it's just light. But you can let it dry and then put on another layer, and that gives like a light to medium finish. So it's definitely not full coverage. I can always tell because of my like beauty spots. I can see sometimes if a foundation like I'm wearing today kind of covers them quite a lot, and this one really didn't, which is fine. It's just more of like a weekend light foundation look, and it's really nice and pleasant to apply. So I was actually quite impressed with that. It's very different to other foundations I have. I also wanted to pick up a nail strengthener, and I actually tweeted you guys asking for your recommendations, and Sally Hansen tweeted me back, not her personally, the brand, because I said that it's so overwhelming. She has like so many different nail strengtheners, and a lot of them say they do the same thing. I was looking for one that would help with flaking, so apparently Miracle Cure from Sally Hansen is the best one for that. So I'm giving that a go at the moment. I've only used it once. It's kind of, my nail polish is lasting quite well. Normally it would have like flaked off by now, so hopefully it's working. I don't know why my nails are so flaky at the moment. It might be from like stress or from moving and opening lots of boxes, but the tips just flake and split, and it's horrible. It makes me feel gross. So I'm going to be using this as often as I can. I also picked up this. This was at the checkout desk pay bit. You know, one of those like last minute like, ooh, that looks interesting. It's from a brand called Tan Organic, and it's the Tan Erase Ultimate Exfoliated Glove. And the reason I thought this looked interesting because it says it can be used to remove tan. So if you're like 2-3 days on after tanning and you've got like patchy bits, you can use this to exfoliate and remove the tan. You can use it to prepare your skin and exfoliate before tanning. And you can also use it before hair removal. So before I epilate, it's really good to exfoliate just in case there's any, what are they called? Ingrown hairs or anything like that that are like under the skin. So I thought that looked quite interesting. I don't know how long this lasts for before it gets gross. I think there's only one in there. I don't know, but it's one of those things I fancy trying. A couple more things to go. I always like to try clear brow gels. I still don't think I've found the perfect one. I do like the one from Bling. I would love to just make my own because I swear I'm like an expert in clear brow gel. For me, it's an essential. I use them every single day. Even then, it doesn't work. I've just got like those kind of eyebrows that don't really stay in place. But I wanted to try this one from L'Oreal Paris. It's the Brow Artist Plumper. This is a weird one because normally I find that brow gels make my eyebrows crispy or too wet. This kind of has the opposite problem. I do like that it's got a small brush and it's on a long wand, because normally a small brush means a small wand and a long wand means a huge brush. So that's a good combination. But I find that you don't get any product on it. Like, there's nothing, unless I just picked up a dodgy one. I feel like it's just not quite wet enough. When I'm applying it, I feel like nothing's really coming out. It kind of does hold my brows in place, but not for very long. So I'm not really impressed with that. It feels like a bit of a waste of money. And then the final thing I got, is really hard to find this. I went to the Maybelline stand and I'm pretty sure these are new. It doesn't have the name on the lipstick, but I think it's called like Hydrating Matte. So the idea is a range of matte lipsticks that aren't drying, they're actually really hydrating on the lips. And there was a shade that I loved the look of called something wine, like a really deep wine red, but they didn't have any. They didn't have any in the drawers, they didn't have any anywhere. So that's obviously the most popular shade. And then there were two other reds, like a bright red and a darker red. So I picked up the darker red, which is 965 Siren in Scarlet. And I haven't tried this yet, I haven't had time. But it looks like a gorgeous like matte red. I haven't worn red lipstick in ages, but I'm really looking forward to trying this. Hopefully I won't get an allergic reaction, because I think it was Maybelline that I had quite a bad experience with a couple of years ago. We'll see. I still kind of want to try it, but this looks really nice and I love the idea of a hydrating matte lipstick. So I think that's everything apart from toothpaste and cotton buds, which really isn't that interesting. But I hope you guys liked seeing inside my shopping bag what I picked up. On Sunday, I'm pretty sure I'm doing a tour of my skincare kind of bathroom cabinet. So I haven't filmed it yet, but hopefully that's happening. So if you want to come back on Sunday, 9:30 AM UK time, that will be up. And then on the weekend, we're getting our new puppy, so I'll definitely be vlogging that, which will be going up on Tuesday. I hope you guys have a really great weekend, and thank you so much for watching.